Welcome back to the shipyard. Today, Proton's rocket ship. Yes, it's another custom pack. It's one I requested. It was built by Mr. Derek Barnett. Barnett? I am very sorry for mispronunciations. It's not my forte, as we can all attest by my Joachim Reliant follower of Khan video. Anyway, ship seen numerous times in Star Trek Voyager, Tom Paris, all of that good stuff. It's silly, but I think this is kind of fun. Now, Derek has elected, with Proton's rocket ship, for a new faction. Now, a faction for one ship and a bit of crew. Eh. But you know what? I think it works here. Because it is so different. So let's look at this ship. It's a 2230. It makes sense, complete sense, for this ship to have no shields. Two attack die, two evade, sure. I'll buy it. 3-hull, again, sure, I'll buy it. Not sure it has more hull than a Borg scout cube, but I don't know. All right, other things. Evade, target lock, scan on the action bar. I'm not 100% sure I buy target lock, but yeah, it's been a while since I've watched those episodes. A double crew tech weapon. I definitely buy double crew. I might even go triple crew on it, but those are few and far between. 11 points for all of this. Now, we got 7 points, 7 stat points, so 14 doubled. 3-point discount, yeah, it feels right. And our named ability, planning phase. If you have no Ox power tokens beside your ship, you can perform a green speed 1, bank, or straight. Okay, I like it. It's conditional, but it's a nice ability. And you don't get to clear your Ox off, so yeah, I'll take it. Now, I apologize because these were not uploaded as an album, but I have to go get individuals. The generic, same stats, loses a crew slot, goes down to 10. I'll buy it. Slight typo here, losing an O in the named, in the ship class. Was that there? No, that was fine on the other one. Weird that it happened there. All right. Captain Proton. Now, Captain Proton can only go on a holodeck adventure, a Forces of Good, I think it's Forces of Good faction ship. Makes sense. I like it. Restrict the captain. At any time, an enemy effect would affect one of your upgrades. You may place an Ox power token beside your ship to negate the effect. Yeah, that tracks. I think it's still once per round because you're paying a cost, but rules messy. This captain may not be assigned to a fleet which includes Tom Paris. Makes sense. Phrasing might be this captain may not be assigned to the same fleet as Tom Paris, but again, that's semantical. But yeah, 6 skill, elite talent, 4 points. I like everything there about Tom Paris. This is a very broad worded effect. Negating an effect, does that mean that they still pay the cost? I believe it does. And an Ox power token is a relatively cheap cost to pay to stop an effect. Also, but it's only stopping upgrades, so it really isn't that big of a deal. All right, and of course, with Captain Proton, you had Buster Kincaid, Harry Kim. Again, can only go on a Forces of Good ship. Activation phase, place a disable token on this upgrade to perform the action of one of your tech upgrades or your captain's action as a free action. Okay, okay. This upgrade may not be assigned to a fleet that has Harry Kim. 2 points for that. Sure. Basically, you're doubling up this round to pay a cost next round or in the future. And there's some crew options that mitigate that. Yeah, I'm on board with that. All right. Constance Goodhart. Again, very thematic pack here. Planning phase. Place a disable token on this card. Immediately perform a maneuver on your die with a speed of 1. Treat this maneuver as a white maneuver. So, we're really getting into this bonus maneuvers with Proton's rocket. I'm on board. Or you can pay 3 points, put this on the generic, and get a similar ability to the named ship. But yeah, I can see it. She might be a little pricey. I might take her down to 2, but that's about all I have to tweak her. I like the ability. All right, the Janeway, Queen Arachnia. Okay, so you may assign the Pheromontes elite talent to Queen Arachnia. Again, it's been a while since I've seen the episode. Fleet action. Target ship in range 1. Rolls -1 attack die for all attacks this round and adds an evade result to its total every time it defends this round. Okay. So basically you're kind of trading it doing less for not dying. Now, of course, you can change your attack patterns, and that's kind of what this is saying. If anything, I might say target ship loses 1 hit, cancels 1 hit for all attacks this round. Though with the way most people get quality and attack die is basically canceling a hit. And then maybe instead of giving them an evade result, how about just an evade die? But because if you're going to pay 5 points, I want my action to be a little more meaningful than that. Because this almost feels like, oh, you can target ships on your own fleet. Okay. That's what this is good for. I is smart. I is Packlet. You target your own ships. You target your own ship to be a little less potent, but to live. That's what you do. Okay. I get it now. I was thinking of using this offensively to attack your opponent, but instead you use it to help your own ships. Okay. I still think it's a little pricey. I'd probably cost her at 4 points because she's 7 skill. And I don't think 7 skill necessarily needs to cost 5. Though she is an admiral, and she's a +2 skill admiral. And she makes more sense as an admiral. But, again, I think 4 points. 4 points is the way to go. All right, it would not be a Forces of Good pack without Robert Picardo donning the bowler hat and glasses as the president of Earth. Unique crew, 2 points. Forces of Good again. Action, discard this card, target all ships within range, 1. Your ship and all targeted ships may not perform primary weapon attacks this round. Okay. So this is almost like a lone hunt type effect. You want to go off to the side, leave the rest of your fleet out over here, use the President of Earth to mess with your opponent, and then let the rest of your fleet go poosh and take out their primaries. Yeah, I'm on board. 2 points. I mean, it's very situational. Action, discard, but that is a totally new effect. and I really do think that that's a good one. All right. The Scourge of Intergalactic Evil. 5-point talent. Has to go on a Forces of Good ship. No, has to go on a Forces of Good captain. It's square. Square means captain, because captains have the square skill number. Again, we got this. All right. Activation phase. Discard this upgrade to target an enemy ship in range. Where's my range? What range? That ship must place a disabled token on 3 upgrades or its captain. If it cannot, it must discard its captain. All right. So I have questions about this card. Is it its captain or 3 upgrades, or is it a combination of upgrade, captain? Right? Is it 3 total things, or is it 3 upgrades / captain? Also, I want to know the range, because without the range, I don't fully know how to evaluate this card, especially at 5 points. 5 points, I feel like I need to have at least range 2 on this. Without range 2, and maybe even without range 3. Range 3 might be a bit much. Range 2. I could see range 2. But it is an activation phase effect. So that's the start of activation. Yeah. Tough. All right. To the rescue. Another Forces of Good card going on their ship. Combat phase. If a friendly ship is under attack, you may discard this upgrade to place your ship in any legal position along the attacking ship's firing line. That's fun. Then place an Aux Power token beside your ship. Your ship becomes the target of the attack. This upgrade may only be deployed to Captain Proton. Okay. Boy, is that super thematic. And since you're putting your ship in the way, I mean, it's a warp jump, but it's a Picard maneuver, except instead of getting out of an attack, you're going into the attack. You're intercepting an attack. This is intercept. This is what intercept should have been. This is redirecting fire in the best and most fun way possible. I like it. I think this card is hilarious. It's thematic. And I could see it being legal. I think it might have to go up to 4 points to be anywhere near like legal playable, but given the restrictions, it's got to go on Captain Proton. It's got to go on a Forces of Good ship. You're not abusing it like crazy. All right. We've got a ray gun, because of course we have a ray gun, because of course the Forces of Good needed a weapon. During the compare results step, you may place 3 time tokens on this card and cancel 1 uncancelled hit or crit result. I think uncancelled's necessary. Wait, it's while you're attacking, and you get rid of your own hit or crit to discard a crew upgrade from the defending ship. Aha. That's clever. I like it. You get to keep doing that. Okay. It's 2 there. It might have to go to faction locked. I might recommend that. But I could see it going out. Yeah, I don't know. If it goes out, I might bump the price. If it stays Forces locked, I'd keep it at 2. All right. The Destructo Beam. Now, this one is faction locked and ship unique. Place a disabled token on this upgrade to attack 1 ship in range. You have target locked, range 2 to 3. If you are attacking a ship with no active shields, add a crit result to your total. Okay, makes sense. No quality, no built-in quality, but that extra crit is kind of nice. But you don't have to spend a target lock. You don't have to do any of that. 5 points, go up to 5 dice. Sure, sure. I might say 4 dice, or sorry, 4 points for 5 dice, but that would be about it on Destructo Beam. All right, now we've got the evil side, right? And notice a new faction. Dr. Chaotica? Isn't it Chaotica? I didn't think it was Canonica. Yeah, let's look that up. Star Trek Voyager Doctor. It is Chaotica. Okay. Yeah, Bride of Chaotica. All right. That was not the one there. Okay, Chaotica. So that's a little spelling would need to be fixed. Random N got in there. Letters do that sometimes. You may assign the Chaotica's Death Ray weapon upgrade for free, even if you do not have an available weapon slot. Okay. Before any attacks are made, you may place 4 time tokens on this captain to immediately perform an attack using Chaotica's Death Ray. If you do so, you may not attack again this round. Okay, so he's got a pseudo I really attack first. Yeah, that looks like a man who would attack first. Just, yeah. Otherwise, he's skill 4. I mean, a lot of this is going to depend on what does Chaotica's Death Ray do. He's an admiral. You know what? We're going to come back. I want to find the Death Ray. Okay. 8 dice. Range 1 to 3. Combat phase. Place 9 time tokens on this upgrade to perform this attack. You may reduce the number of time tokens by 1 for each crew upgrade you place a disable token on. Costs 5 points. Okay, getting to attack first with an 8-die weapon is diabolical. However, this has to go on a evil, I forget what the faction actually is, Forces of Evil ship. So, I don't have one of those yet. I'm skipping around. I must find one of those. Must find a Forces of... Oh, not on a ship, a captain. Okay. Right, they don't have a ship. Okay. So, it just has to be equipped to a captain. And that basically staples him to Chaotica. But if we come back here, that's something. I will say the time tokens on Chaotica to do the Death Ray attack are basically meaningless because he will run off his time tokens before the Death Ray ever runs off their time tokens. Although I guess if you had a whole bunch of scrap crew, you could do them faster. Let's look at the Admiral version of Chaotica. You may assign Chaotica's Death Ray for free, even if you do not have an available weapon slot. Is that what this one said? It did say. The captain did say for free. Okay. Huh. Fleet action can place 4 time tokens on this admiral to immediately perform an attack using Chaotica's Death Ray. If you do so, you may not attack again this round. Okay, so that was a fleet action. Huh. Okay, I'm thinking Chaotica still needs to keep skill 4, but needs to cost more points. That's my sense of balance. And he needs to be like 4 or 5 points. Because if he's paying for the death ray, which is a 5 point card, that covers his cost. Plus, he still is a captain with skill and the ability to shoot first, or give a action to somebody out of turn to go faster, to make an attack, and that's an action attack. Yeah, that's an action. Immediately make an attack. That's really good. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. It's just that's a gigantic attack that you can still. It has no target lock requirement. I think the death ray might need a target lock requirement, because if you're going to shoot with a death ray, I think you have to spend a target lock. Yeah, maybe that's what it needs. But something just feels off there. I'm not trying to break it. I'm if anything, I'm trying to avoid it being broken. All right. The Army of Evil. Ship unique. You know, that's always nice. Has to go on a evil captain. Deploy a Karaka henchman. Upgrade to your ship. This is in planning phase. You may deploy this upgrade even if you do not have an available crew slot. This upgrade may only be deployed to Dr. Chaotica. That doesn't seem like planning. That seems like setup. But let's see what a Chaotica henchman does. Yeah, activation phase. Discard this upgrade to place a disabled token on one enemy. Upgrade. So unless that's saying that every planning phase you would get a henchman, which I believe is thematic, but doesn't make much sense with the points. I need clarification from Derek on that one. All right, the chief henchman, Lonzak. Again, evil captain. If one of your upgrades would be discarded, you may discard this upgrade instead. May only be deployed to a ship with Dr. Chaotica. Seems like he's getting discarded instead of a henchman, which is silly. He's a Goval clone, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Thematic works. Yeah. All right. Demonica. One of the evil captains. So we do have another evil captain in here. 3 skill, 2 points. Flip captain. Notice that. Activation phase. Action. Activation phase. Blank. Probably future text coming in. Place an Ox Power token beside your ship and one ship in range. If you do, flip this captain. Okay. Oop. I've bottled that. All right. So what's on the flip side of Demonica? Malicia. The skill 5 captain. That also costs 2 points. Activation phase. Action. Place a battle station token beside this ship. If you do so, flip this captain. Okay, so you're going back and forth between taking an action to put Ox Power token beside ships so that later you can get a battle station token. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I don't know that I care. I just think it can be done better. I know that they're like the twin mistresses of evil. They were the twin sisters on Voyager. but I think that those could use a tweak somehow. I like the changing captain skill. That one's cool. But maybe this is activation phase place, just not an action place. Um, yeah, I don't know. All right. Invaders from the fifth dimension. Uh, Independent card. Hey, look, we got one of those. I don't know why it's mirror unique though. Oh, it's weird. Doesn't require an upgrade slot. Planning phase. Perform an attack with a value of 4 against the nearest ship, even if it's a friendly ship. If there is no ship in range, that's range 1, take 1 crit to your hull. Wow. And that starts from the beginning of the game. So you're you're guaranteed 2 rounds where you will be attacking friendlies or crits to your hull. So you better have a way of repairing or absorbing friendly fire. But after that, there's a decent chance that you get to actually start attacking enemy ships with this. Now, granted, this is an extra attack. I like that it's an extra attack, but range 1's really tough to manage against friendlies, and they will just avoid you. That's the other thing is friendly or enemy ships can avoid whatever ship this is on. I can dance around you. If I see you bringing this, I set all my ships up to go sideways. I sit up in a corner and I say, great, I'm doing a 1 straight, a 1 straight, a 1 straight. Oh, you're starting to come at me. Well, maybe I didn't do that last 1 straight. Maybe now I've done like a 3 bank. Now I'm not in range 1, right? Oh, and now I've zipped past you. And we can just keep going, and now you got to chase me down again, and in the meantime, you're shooting yourself. So, as much as I like this ability, I would suggest that it starts the game with 2 time tokens on it. Because they haven't quite invaded yet. And then after that, then it's kind of like, okay, now we got to play. Now we got to see if you're going to shoot yourself or if you're not. All right, here are Arachnia's pheromones. These, we didn't forget about them, trust me. 4-point talent. Before any attacks are performed, you may discard this upgrade and target all ships in range. Targeted ships may not attack your ship this round. Okay. A targeted ship may spend, not expend, just spend, an evade token. I don't know where the A came from. To negate this effect. If they do so, they roll +2 attack dice this round for any attack against your ship. Wow. I want to spend an evade token to get +2 attack dice. Can I do that all the time? Yikes. I mean, I get that's kind of meant to simulate that the pheromones backfired, but again, and it's already in range 1, so that's +2 +1. You're giving them their range 3 or their 3 attack dice. Although I guess range doesn't factor to that. Anywho, I don't like this card because it's what I just said. It's an evade for +2 dice, and I'll take that trade all the time. I mean, granted, it's a discard, so it's before any attacks are made. So you probably don't do this when any ships actually have the evade token beside them. You wait until everybody's not evaded, and that's okay. But it's still it's a big risk. All right, Satan's robot. I mean, boy, this was iconic for the episodes. Um, right, Forces of Evil, Captain only, 1 point tech. I always like 1 point cards. I mean, they're not always good, but I at least find them intriguing. If any of your upgrades are targeted by an enemy effect, this upgrade becomes the target instead, even if the effect could not normally target a tech. Okay, sure, that's fine. Just could be more. All right, Brain Probe. No artwork for it yet. Again, this got to go on a Forces of Evil Captain. Activation phase, discard target a friendly crew on any enemy ship, perform its action. Okay, I like that. If this action would place a disable or time token on the targeted crew or upgrade or discard it, do so. Haha. Interesting. So you're not copying with the Brain Probe. You're actually using them as if you are using Brain Probe to do their effect as if it were on your ship, but then they pay the costs. Yeah. Okay. I could be on board with that. 4 points is a reasonable cost for that. I might even take it to 5 and it would still be playable. Confinement rings. Again, that symbol, place 3 time tokens on this card and on 1 crew upgrade, captain or admiral in range 1 to 2. All right, and that's an activation phase effect. Yeah. Putting time tokens on captains or admirals needs to be an effect, a way to mess with them. There's ways to mess with crew and weapons and tech, but not captains or admirals, especially not admirals. So we need that. I like that card. 3 points, that feels right. And you get to keep doing it. All right. The Cradle of Persuasion. Action. Well, okay, activation phase. Action. Target a ship in range 1 that has no active shields, even if it's cloaked. Discard a crew upgrade on the target ship. If you do so, treat this card as an exact copy of the chosen crew upgrade. At the end of the end phase, in which you use this ability, discard this upgrade. Okay, sure. So it's a one-time crew discard copy for a little bit. 4 feels a little pricey, but you are forcing them to lose a crew, and I like that. But it's after they have no active shields. It has its pros and cons. Stuff like this pops up from other builders, and I keep saying, like, I understand the thought. I get that it's kind of like a kidnap, use, and then they're done. 4 feels too much. 3 feels too cheap, and I don't know how to price it. I don't know how to price something at 3.5. All right, Lightning Shield. Increase your starting shield value by 2, and in the planning phase, repair 1 shield. That's interesting timing. Planning phase. Why not in phase? How about in phase? Repair 1 shield. Same idea. Just change it a little earlier. All right, and the last card in this pack is a telegram. Action. Target a friendly ship in range 1 to 2. That ship may immediately perform a battle station action or a speed 1, bank, or straight. I like telegram. It's 2 points. 2 points. Sorry for messing with the mic there. 2 points to give up your action to give it to somebody else. I think that's a nice support card, and that is something worthwhile. All right, we're gonna end it there. That was 35 minutes of a lot of interesting cards. I find this pack pretty good on overall. It's kind of like a double card pack because there's a lot of stuff here. I lost count of how many upgrades are in this pack, but it's a lot, and I think there's some real potential here. I think Derek did a good job with this stuff, and I'm pleased with what exists. This was a really cool idea. I'd like to see more holodeck adventures. No copyright infringement intended, decipher. Um, but things like uh, the Wild West, Next Gen, Take Me Out to the Hollow Suite, the Falcon in DS9. Um, we've got a lot of potential holodeck stuff. More of uh, the Dixon Hill stuff from Next Gen, Moriarty, Pulaski, and her role there, um, Watson, Geordie. There's a lot of those cards that just show off different parts of the crew doing different things and going into different factions. See, I don't think Sherlock Data should have been Federation. I think he should have been independent. He was no longer a Fed character there, he was an independent. So, that is my 2 cents there. All right. Yeah, I know I said it in this, so really let me wrap up and say, Derek, thank you for letting me showcase these cards. And everybody, please comment, say what you think. I know there's a ton of them. My apologies. It's a huge set. All right. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.